On this episode of Across All Borders Going South, join me for a day trip to Chishimba Falls. It's all about 3 for the price of 1. Chishimba Falls, Mutumuna Falls, and Kaela Rapids. When I arrived Zambia, I already had in mind to visit the Victoria Falls, rightfully so because it is the largest waterfall in terms of volume in Africa. But did you know that Zambia had several other waterfalls? I didn't until I got into the country and I found a wonderful brochure where they listed the different waterfalls they had. Based on that, I decided to visit a couple and Chishimba was one of them. When I arrived at the entrance of Chishimba, I was a little bit upset to see that the price I had to pay was 45 times more than what a local had to pay. After visiting the site, however, I found that the $15 was not so bad. It was actually a good price for the 3 different waterfalls you got to view. And my guide was very knowledgeable and had a very good sense of humor. So with no further ado, let's go check out the different sites at Chishimba Falls.
Chishimba Falls is found 35 kilometers from Kasama on a river called Luombe.
Okay.
Luombe River. The river emanates from Senga down in the far north part of the country.
Okay.
Where the Chambeshi also emanates from. As it comes through, it meets 3 cliffs.
Okay.
And the 3 cliffs makes the Chishimba complex, which we call the waterfalls in the area here. The waterfalls have ancestral spirit names. The complex is made up of 3 waterfalls, which are locally called in the Bemba names. There's the first one, which is Mutumuna on the far north. The Mutumuna Falls in the flood season is 110 meters in the width and 18 meters in the heights.
Okay.
When it flows on a higher rate, such that as the water falls, gives the sound that you're hearing of
the rapids
right now. The thunder of the water making a lot of noise when you're standing here. But as it comes, the water flowing, going to the western part of it, it comes and meets a weir, which is a dam, which also collects water to the small hydro. After that one, that's where we find the Kaela. Also the Kaela is a connection with the Bemba ancestral spirits. It has some myth over the same names that are being given. But the rapids are of 4 stages, which we do not have measurements of the width and the height because of the small conformity of the rock formation which is found here where the waters cross. As we go again 500 meters from Kaela Rapids, we'll meet the main Chishimba Falls, which is 34 meters in the width and then 32 as it falls. But because of the rock formation which is here, which is the orthoquasite and it's more silty stone, slate stone, it is susceptible to erosion because of the lines and the faults that it has. So the rocks are falling and collapsing. Then we don't have crocodiles in the waters and a few fish because the waters are clear. So it means the aqua vegetation and aqua fruits there is not enough. So we'll be using the other going to the first falls you asked me. So we want to see the first falls because you told me that you sing for waterfalls. I don't know where.
Not here.
We only have 2. As we'll be going towards the waterfall, you find that the vegetation is trying to change from an open woodland into more thicket and more, what can I say, very complex and probably nice.
How many people come here on the average in a week, and are they mostly locals or visitors?
Yeah, looking at the pandemic that we have, are we looking at on a general?
Okay, so let's look at before the pandemic and during the pandemic.
During the weeks and mostly on the weekends, the average is 250.
Oh wow, okay.
250, and those are locals. In the locals, what they are doing is we have community radio stations.
Okay.
So we are sending out messages to the people of the area and those within Zambia on what we are doing at the waterfall. there are a lot of activities that are happening here. There's trail walks like this one where you narrate the stories of the vegetation. There's also some bird watching.
Okay.
There are a lot of birds which come here, and sometimes they're nice. Small animals come here to feed. When people come in numbers, then the following day in the morning, the animals come and feed. So we tell people to come and watch the animals. And the activities like ceremonies happen here, the Bemba ceremony, small ones, and then weddings also.
Okay, so people come to do wedding reception here.
Wedding receptions. So, like for the foreigners, in a year we're having something like 700.
700.
700 foreigners who are coming.
Okay,
here.
and in a year, how many locals?
Wow, 15,000, 20.
Okay, 15 to 20,000. Okay, so I see what you mean with the vegetation. So we're going more, I wouldn't call it a rainforest, but it's changing.
Yeah, it's changing. Nice green.
Yeah, it's more of a covered canopy now. We're not exposed as much.
That's a small opening.
Yeah.
Side.
Okay, is it the private or government owned?
It's government owned.
Okay. Oh, wow. One thing to bear in mind as you approach the Mutumuna Falls is that it's quite tundrous, so even from the base, you will start getting wet. My GoPro was wet, my camera was wet, my phone was wet, so you should definitely dress in clothes that you don't mind getting wet, and you are not upset if your shoes get muddy. Maybe it's better to wear like some kind of sandals or flip-flops that you can easily wash. There are two sides to view Mutumuna Falls. You have where you walk directly to the base of the falls, and that's where you get very wet. And you have the stairs going up that gives you kind of an area view of the dam and the fall. After that, I had to go wash my shoes because I did step into mud. And one of the challenges of being on a trip where you're traveling through is that sometimes you do have to put your shoes away, and there was no way I was going to be able to put my shoes away with mud in it, so I had to wash it and hope they dried, and when I would be leaving I could put it in the bag in case I wasn't wearing it. Nigeria? Quite a lot. I'll show you one of my favorite ones. Yeah. I'll show you one of my favorite ones. Because the sun is right in the right direction. Like from here, see? So if you took a picture from up there, it would have the waterfall background in the back. And it would be nice. Absolutely right if you were guessing, I got wet again. But we're going to see the overhead shot of the falls. Oh, nice. And the dam. So let's do it. Wow. So that's the dam in the back?
That's the dam in the back there, and then the in-check on the fence store. It takes water on the other side to a small hydro.
Okay.
But the river remains the same, the Luombe River coming down and then going straight.
Okay.
So this is the valve that's taking water to the same hydro. Then the dam ends there. Then these are just sheds, the Mutumuna sheds here, where people can just sit
down. Okay. It's funny that the water gets in the middle of the
Oh yeah.
but not to the side.
There's a leakage now.
Ah.
Water is coming down.
Ah, okay,
And then
okay.
when it finds the weaker place, that's when
Comes
it
out of it.
Yeah, this is now where that information you had might have come from.
Ah, because there are two views.
Because there are two views now.
Okay.
You're coming on this one, and then you're
Going
on
to the other one. Okay. Oh wow.
This is the Kaela Rapids.
Okay. Kaela. Okay.
Can you spell that one?
Kaela? Yeah, I saw it already. Kaela. You should have asked me before. Wow. Okay. Our next stop was the Kaela Rapids. The Kaela Rapids is not measured because it's like 4 drops, short ones, so they haven't measured it, but it's quite interesting. It has a beautiful scenery. About 500, 600 meters from there is where you find the Chishimba Falls. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, this is what you mean with the short ones that are not kind of like measured.
Yeah,
The short
we
steps.
can't because the waters are falling different.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
falling on the
One, okay.
No, the same cliff.
Yeah. Oh wow, thank you, son.
Natotela.
Natotela. What is
That you hear, sometimes even those other big birds like the owl, and the cry of the bush babies, they're here.
Oh wow.
Only sounds that you see. You can see that there was fire here. Somebody had camped here. Listen to that sound.
Oh wow. For the rock paintings, I understand. That's fine. You don't need to call him. For the
Fine. So where you coming from exactly, Nigeria?
I'm from the east. I'm Igbo. Enugu. On top the hill, that's what it means.
It's on top of the hill.
No, Enugu.
Enugu.
Yeah, Ugu is hill, Enu is on top. So on top the hill.
Onu Chishimba.
Yes, Enu Chishimba, genau. Genau. Enu Chishimba, Befa. Oh, wow. Lovely. Ooh.
Chishimba Falls.
Okay. Okay. Don't write anything on the surfaces.
Yeah, but you can tell with me so that they're scared.
Oh wow, it's nice. Ooh. Yeah. Wow. Guys, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful fall. and you've got three areas to view it from. You've got the aerial view, so the railing part of it where you see it from the side. You've got the, kind of like the head of the fall and the pool where you can look down. I did do it and I sat there. If you're doing that, please be careful. And then you've got, of course, the possibility to go down to the base. All of this put together was absolutely gorgeous. So if you are looking for what to do whilst visiting Zambia, definitely put this on your list, and you can combine it with the Muela rock paintings and a night in Kasama or two, depending on you. We are on the edge. It is awesome. That's where we are. Ooh, the sun's out. My shoes are wet, if you can tell. We're about to call it a day because it's been awesome. Wow. So do people swim here? I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Yours truly, Liesel81.